Another question that we will come across with percents is a word problem might ask, what percent is 5 of 20? When you have a problem like this, you're going to want to set up 5 out of 25, 5 of 20, 5 like that. And we can make an equivalent fraction by multiplying 25 times 4, remembering whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top, and we get 20 hundredths, remembering that hundredth means percent. So when you see hundredth, it's the same as a percent symbol. So 20 hundredths equals 20%. And another way we could solve this is using a double tape diagram. A double tape diagram like that. Draw a line down the middle. And let's talk about skip counting our 5s up to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And let's make our bars like that. So there we have our 5 out of 25. Now we know that 25 represents all of the set. So 25 would match 100%. So we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chunks or partitions of our double tape diagram. And when we divide 5 into 100, or 100 divided by 5, we skip count by 20. So let's start here and go 20, 40, 60, 80. So with our double tape diagram, we also see that 5 of 25, what percent is 5 of 25? Well, 5 is 20%, because if 25 is 100%, 5 would be 20%. So that's two ways we see with an equivalent fraction and a tape diagram that we can answer that question. What percent is 5 of 25? And yet, there's one more way that you've learned to do that. We're going to go back to that 5 of 25. 5 is what percent of 25? Remembering, we can always divide the bottom into the top, the denominator into the numerator. But let's reduce this fraction first by the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is the largest factor that will divide into both. And when we reduce it by dividing by 5, we get 1/5. Now, many of you know that 1/5 is 20%. Again, we already solved that with our equivalent fraction times 20 times 20. We get 20%. But we can use the strategy of dividing the denominator into the numerator. And we just divide 5 into 1.00. Slide your decimal straight up. 5 goes into 10 twice. 10. And then 5 goes into 0. No times. We get 0.20. Now, decimal point 20 is 20 hundredths. We're back to the same answer here. 20 hundredths is 20%, because percent means hundredth. And look at that. It even looks like 100. And there you have it. Finding a percent, what percent one number is of another number.